Hey, Coach. Happy Monday. I gotta tell you, I'm dragging just a little bit today, probably for a few reasons. And so I'm trying to get caffeinated a little bit, but it's really not helping. I think I need more caffeine because I think I'm getting a headache. But it was a long weekend. It was a holiday weekend, and I'm hoping that you guys had a good time. From what I could see on some of your, I think it was your Instagram story. Yeah, it looked like there was a limo or something involved, so that looked like fun. We didn't have any kids this weekend, so we're kind of in the middle of prepping for, we went to church and I performed with the worship team at church and stuff like that, but we're kind of we finished repainting the cabinets in the rental, and we've got boxes that we've packed up, and we've packed up a lot of the cabinets and stuff like that, just trying to get a head start on everything when it comes to the house situation. But I kind of had a rough weekend, and so, yeah, I'll come back to that. Anyway, so I hope you had a good weekend. And we had a kidless weekend, so we tried to enjoy it as much as possible, which probably was too much. But like I said, I'll come back to that. I did send you my deposit for the new plan, the bikini plan, which is stressing me out really badly right now because I feel like I'm not quite prepared. And I feel like I can't get myself focused. So I'm trying to use this week to get back on track, and hopefully with everything that we have going on, business is picking up a lot with the season and everything, and the kids are going back to school after spring break and all that kind of stuff. I'm hoping that I'll be able to get myself back on track. Andrew has been very supportive, and we had an engagement session in San Francisco on Friday. He packed all of our meals, and he's trying to stick to the program as much as possible with me as far as he's supposed to. I have him packing his meals, and they're usually the same kind of things that I eat, and we're kind of trying to stay on the same page with that. But it's just been a really rough week for me. So I didn't do too well this weekend. The week was great up until this weekend, and then, yeah. So I don't even know if I would send you those numbers because I'm not even sure I could figure them out. So, on to the actual update. I didn't take my waist measurement either. I'll have to do that next time. I am going to send you some pictures because on Friday I was supposed to send pictures, and we were on our way to San Francisco, and I didn't end up getting them sent off to you, so I'll send you those as well. I also took a side-by-side of me a little over a year ago before I started training with my original coach, and then me around the time that we started, I guess, the dieting phase, which has not been very good for me so far. But I just kind of wanted to see the differences in the composition of my body because then I wasn't lifting. I was doing cardio stuff and kind of just whatever, and I was gaining a lot of fat in my midsection, and I just feel like there was so much less muscle in my body and less tone, regardless of the fact that I probably weigh as much or more now. I just thought it was an interesting little side-by-side, so I figured I'd throw that in there as well. Anyway, but I can't even tell you how many weeks I've been on the plan. I'm lost at this point. I did go over the top a little bit with the alcohol this weekend. So there's that. And I'll come back to that. But my current macros are 160 to 165 carbs, 125 to 130 protein, and 40 to 45 fat. With the refeed, I think is up to 235 to 240 or something like that for the carbs, and then everything else remains the same. The refeed I'm still having a hard time with. So I know I said this last week, but I'm going to work harder on that this week. We don't have a holiday going on. We have some solid plans going on for this weekend, including I have to shoot a wedding on Sunday and an engagement session on Friday. So generally it's a lot easier for me to stay on top of things when I'm working normally. Probably not any extra sodium or anything. I don't feel very stressed out. I do kind of feel like I have a lot on my plate, but not necessarily stressed out. Sleep is okay. I've been sleeping well, which is great because considering my past. I hit everything good on the nutrition plan until the weekend came. And don't get me wrong, I totally understand the dedication and commitment that comes with this kind of a plan because I did it once before with my old coach and the bro diet and all that kind of stuff. But I kind of feel like I just can't get my focus this time around. And I know that's something that I'm going to have to tackle on my own and take care of. And so I'm hoping to do a little bit better this week. I don't even want to talk about the weekend. I'm not really hungry. I'm still eating a ton of food. I did stick to the training plan really well because I got everything in except for a superset. And that was only because people were on the machines. So I feel strong. I got I've been getting both weeks all of my cardio and my HIIT in addition to my lifting. Wow, that's loud. Shut up! It's worse than my kids. Oh my gosh. So that part is not generally a problem. But, hold on, I'm going to shut the window. That's a little bit better at least. So the lifting and everything generally isn't the big problem for me. It's trying to stick to a plan with the nutrition. And I think that what's going to help me the most is the same thing that Andrew did for me on Friday when he packed all of my meals for San Francisco, but being more on top of that throughout the day, throughout the week, and planning 5 small meals for myself, because you have a lot of carbs going for me right now, and I really don't prefer to eat my carbs just before bedtime. So trying to spread out those carbs in the 4 small meals throughout the day, and then the one closer to bedtime would be just lean protein and veggies. So I'm thinking that going back to something like that, that maybe is closer to, not the same, but closer to what I was doing for the bro diet, might help a little bit, getting my focus back on track. Workout quality was okay. I mean, I felt pretty good. I've been adding weight in certain areas, like my cable rows and my just like back exercises, and my arms don't seem to be wanting to add weight so far, but I feel pretty good. I feel strong. I just feel like there's so much muscle hiding under my fat. So, yes, bloated, nothing fits. I feel disgusting, and the weather has been absolutely horrible here, which doesn't make me any happier because it's hard for me to hide under a dress when it's raining. So yeah, that's another problem, is I just don't feel very good about myself these days. So I don't, when the scale starts to move and you start to notice differences in your body, then that's when you're motivated, kind of sometimes. So I kind of need to get my motivation back so that when the changes start happening, it continues to motivate me. But now, since I'm not seeing changes, I'm just like, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? I didn't have any soreness yet, so far. I'll probably have some soreness tomorrow because I actually did my sprints this morning. And I'm feeling okay. I just really am discouraged at this point. Like, I feel like I can't get myself on track, and I really hate that because I've always been a self-starter. I've always been on top of it, and I've always been super gung-ho about following the rules and stuff like that. So for me to kind of slip up like this is really hard, and I'm hoping that I can get my brain back on track. I don't know if you have any advice, but obviously this is something that I'm very aware that this program is not going to work if I don't completely commit and I don't be consistent with both my workouts and my meal plan. So that's where I'm trying to get my brain at right now. Anyway, I don't think I have any other information to give you at this point. Like I said, I wasn't going to send over my nutrition plan. I can probably send it over for the first 4 days of the week. And my weights, of course, because I did weigh myself every single morning. But, ew, it just was bad. It was just really bad. Anyway, have a good week. I'm going to work on doing the same. And I guess we'll talk again soon. All right, thanks. Bye.